Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey,
Perfect, man. It's an honor. I'm happy that you're early. I was just finishing up my routine for the day. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, hell yeah. That's what's up. So you're getting that work in.
I've been lazy for so long that I've just trying to get back to meditating, working out, doing all that shit.
Keep that good shit up, bro. That shit makes a big difference for real.
It really does. Are you back in the city or are you still out on the water?
No, I'm back in the city now.
Oh, how long were you out there? I don't were you on a lake? Were you working on the ocean?
I was on a river, a big ass river though, like the size of a lake, Like
Yeah.
It's called the French River. It's a massive river system. But yeah, I was out there. I was out there for like 6.5 months in 2020. And then I was out there for like 3.5, 2021. And then but I've been going back and forth for like 8 years, just fishing, just going out there fishing with my pops and shit. And then they when the pandemic hit, kind of slowed shit down out here for the music, for like traveling. So they offered me a job. I was like, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in the woods on the water, so there is something serene about it, but it's so different than the city life.
It's the best. It's the best. That's the best life out there, bro.
Nah, bro, I was looking at your stories and shit, and I was really like, damn, that looks like the life. Cause you can just relax. You don't have to always be in the fucking constant, your mind's just going.
Hell yeah, bro. Especially like if that's what you're used to with this entertainment business shit, it's a grind, So to get away and just kind of, I was like in isolation for like 6.5 months, just like me and like three other people that I work with. And then I was like driving the boat. I was like a taxi driver with a boat.
Yeah.
Driving back and forth, picking up guests and shit like that. So it was cool, bro. Got to go fishing every day and it was dope, bro.
Did you get along with the three dudes you were working with?
Yeah, the one guy that gave me the job, that's like the guy that would pick us up for like the 8 years I was going in advance. My guy Keith, that's like my big brother, my Bushman brother. So yeah, we got along, man. And my other guy Clayton, hell yeah, we got along, bro. I mean, if you're with 6.5 months with anybody.
Yeah.
So
You ever
it was
seen
a
the
call.
movie The Lighthouse?
Nah, somebody just told me to watch that shit like recently though.
It reminds me of what you were talking about. It's about these two dudes just stuck on an island and they start going crazy and start seeing shit.
Nah, I didn't see nothing, but I mean, out in the bush, you see some wild shit though. It goes down out there, bro. It definitely goes down out there.
You said you had been going out there for 8 years, so you didn't go there as a kid and stuff. That was just later in life.
Yeah, yeah. In my maybe I'm gonna be 33 next month. So I probably was going since I was like 25, something like that.
With your dad?
With my dad, yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's really nice to have those things later in life. I don't know, as my parents get older, I'm like, oh damn, I really do have to start spending time with them and really
Big fact.
creating these memories.
Real talk, man. And my dad's like a Bushman supreme, so I learn a lot. I learn a lot from him out there.
But you grew up in the city in Toronto?
I grew up just outside the city, a spot called Brampton, but
Okay.
I live in the city now.
Were you making music when you were out on the river?
Nah, I was completely detached. I had to stand in the corner of the room with my phone up in the air just to get service and shit.
Real. Did you like that lifestyle though?
Oh man, I'm gonna move out there. I'm buying some property out there soon. So yeah, I'm moving out there full time.
How did it feel coming back with was your creativity, was it hard to find the pace again, or were you brimming with, oh, I need to get out there?
Bro, before I went, I was burnt out. So it was like refresh. Took
Yeah.
me, I had to shake a little bit of rust off. Find the stride again. But nah, by the time I came back, I was ready to be back.
That burnout's real though.
It's real, bro. We was putting in a lot of work, a lot of hours in the studio, a lot of traveling before COVID shut shit down. So, it started to feel like a job. Luckily, I'm able to do this shit full time. So it really was a job, like a real career. And I mean, this shit isn't like a 9 to 5. It's like a 12 to 12,
It's
So
24/7. Like
24/7, bro.
I can't even enjoy like a day off. Because when you're enjoying a day off in the back of your head, you're thinking about like all the shit you have to do.
Yeah, your phone is always ringing and
Yeah.
somebody needs something,
But that's why I've been going back to the gym, like running and stuff, is because when you're just out doing something completely else, it just allows you to relax. Because that burnout, it makes you not even enjoy the thing that you love to do, like your passion in life.
Yeah, man. That's a big fact, bro. I mean, and out there I was working, so it was hard work out there for sure. But yo, it was a lot of fun, man. It was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life was to go out there.
You keep your shit on the wraps when you're out there? Like, do you tell people who you are? Like, do they know?
Yeah, they know. They know. They know. Everybody calls me Daniel Son out there. And yeah, bro. I'll pull up to the marina and it's like, yeah, kind of like this. Yeah, they know what I do. Every
Yeah,
time I pull up, they'd be like, yo, how's the music going and shit. So yeah, man. They know the
that's
vibe.
cool. You want to move out there though.
Yeah, I'm going to move out there. Yeah.
You think you like I guess now COVID did show that you can really make music anywhere. Like you can do what you want. Like you don't have to be like in the major hub.
Facts. I mean, for traveling and shit, that's a little bit out the way. They got an airport out there somewhere, but yeah, you can do this shit anywhere, bro. You gotta be tapped in. You gotta be kind of tapped in. But it's only like a 4-hour drive from the city, So when I move out there, it'll be nothing to just drive back.
Yeah. What was your like, did you have a routine out there? Like what was your
Well, in my first year I was out there, I worked at 2 different spots. Same owner. They kind of got like the river monopoly, like they got a monopoly out there. They own a bunch of lodges and shit. So my first year was kind of just, I mean, bro, we was waking up every day. We're waking up hungover. That's a bushman life out there, yo. Those French Canadians, those motherfuckers know how to drink out there.
Are you a
But
partier?
nah, not heavy, Like
Yeah.
get it in once in a while and shit. Like yo, I had to cut back on the juice and all that shit. Get back in the gym and getting older. So you gotta take care of self. But in 2021, when I was there last year, I had to like get up early, make sure I was getting up at like 5, make sure the coffee was ready for everybody and shit. Because I was a rookie on one spot. The first time I was in 2020, I was a rookie up there. And then the spot I went to the next year, I was a rookie all over again,
Yeah.
So I had like rookie duties, make sure the coffee's ready for everybody. Me and the chef, the second spot I went to called Chaudière Lodge. It's like a 5-star resort out there. The place I was at before is like some rustic, like hunting fisherman camp,
Yeah.
So I got cool with the chef, and I was like, "Yo, bro, like, let me know what you need. Anything I can help you." And he's like, "Yo, all the leftover food, they put it in like a slop bucket." So I get out, take the fucking slop bucket around the corner. You have to like blow the whistle a couple times, make sure that there's no bears and shit. And all the fucking turkey vultures would be in the trees waiting for me. They knew that I was coming to drop off all the leftover food from the day before, so go dump the food and shit. But it was cool, bro. It was a little bit of a boat ride, so I'd fish on my way over there, fish on my way back, and that was like it, man. That was the routine.
How did it feel going from like you said it was full-time pre-COVID to you like being a rookie? Was it nice or was it kind of like a
I got treated like a rookie out there, especially like people that lived on the river their whole life. Because my dude Keith is like the life of the party out there. So a lot of people would pull up and party with him. I'd have to wake up at 6 a.m. These guys would be going crazy. We lived in like a little fucking 3-man cabin, basically small, bro, like a little bushman cabin. We called it the penthouse, and so those guys would be partying every fucking night. I'd be trying to get my sleep and shit. But yeah, I got treated like a rookie, bro. I got a couple, sometimes you gotta stand up for yourself a little bit. So yeah, I got treated like a rookie out there, bro. There was like one time, this one cat, he's like a legend out there. He was every time I would say something, he'd be like, "Yo, shut up, rookie," yo,
Yeah.
this is your first year out here. Shut up, rookie. So me and him got into a little confrontation, and we ended up being best friends after that. But yeah, it goes down out there, bro. You know, you gotta eat what you kill out there, type of thing. You know.
Yeah, well, it's funny because you talk about it like you're like, damn, I loved it. I kept going back. But you were like, yeah, you were saying before, like you were full time before COVID. And then to like go to the bottom of the rung, like not a lot of people would do that, but you kind of need that sometimes for your ego.
Yeah, that shall humble you out there, bro. You get humbled, man. Especially, I mean, me, I grew up playing sports and shit. I didn't grow up like working with like power tools and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So out there, you need to know those kind of handyman skills. So yo, I learned a lot out there, man. Those guys took me under the wing and they showed me the ropes. And but yeah, very humbling, bro. A lot of learning experiences.
You fuck with any psychedelics?
Back in the days, yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
You never did them out there, out on the road?
Nah, somebody gave me some mushrooms once out there, but they were kind of weak. They hit for like 10 minutes and then yeah, so nah, I never
10
did it.
minutes, that's weak as hell. Yeah.
Super weak, bro, super weak. And they were gassing and they're like, yo, these shits are gonna fuck you up. So I took like 2 grams and I felt them coming. I felt the wave for a second and then I was ready to like embrace the wave. I was like out there fishing and shit. It hit for like 10 minutes and then it went away. So I was like, all right. I was kind of happy about it.
What is it? What is it about fishing? Like I used to do it as a kid, but like there is something very like meditative about it.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. And I mean, I fish like I like bass fishing and shit, but out there like we got a lot of pike, walleye, muskie, and I fish like a tournament fisher. You know, I fish with lures. I don't fish with like live bait and shit. You know, so
I don't
I,
know the
I'm
difference. I don't know nothing about.
so like if you're fishing with live bait, you're just dropping the bait down and you're just sitting there waiting. You know, where me I make like 1,000 casts, like cast,
Mhm.
bring it back, work the bait and shit.
So it's more
So
active.
active, super active. I can't. So for walleye, which is like the main attraction out there, like all the Americans that pull up out there, they're all trying to catch walleye because that's the best tasting freshwater fish. So a lot of people are trying to catch fish to eat them. Me, I'm just trying to catch big fish, you know, for the sport. So like my friend, like my guys that I live with, they would go out there catching walleye, and the guests would be like, "Yo, we can't catch no walleye. Like, could you get us some walleye?" So I'd go out with them, and you're literally just sitting there, just jigging like a minnow or a worm, and that shit is mad boring, you know. And you're fishing deep. Me, I'm like a shallow fisherman. I like to fish like lily pads and shit like that, like a fake frog. You know, you fish the frog over the lily pads, the fish come up and crush it. You know,
Yeah.
that shit is mad fun, bro. The way that I fish is fun. The way that they fish is boring, but you
Oh, see, so when I think about fishing, I'm like, oh, you just sit there, you drink
nah.
a beer, you meditate, you're just chilling.
I'll
With
drink
you,
a
you're like, it's like a sport. Yeah, it's.
yeah. Like when you're done when I'm done fishing, bro, I'm sore and tired and shit. You know, it's like a workout.
What's the biggest fish you ever caught?
I caught a muskie one time. It was 40 inches, probably like 20, 25 pounds. They get way bigger than that though. They get to like 40, 50 pounds out there.
Yeah.
My dad's caught a couple giants, like 53 inches, like 4.5 feet long, you know?
You never did like a deep sea fishing?
Nah, I never did that before. I've never been saltwater fishing before. My mom lives in Florida like 3/4 of the year, half of the year. And but she's got mad ponds in the backyard with like huge largemouth bass, you know, like 10 pounders and shit. I caught a 10-pound largemouth, but I never been deep sea fishing, even though she's close to the ocean in Fort Myers, she's close to the beach. But
You
I
ever
never
heard of a
did that.
place, Cape Cod?
I heard of Cape Cod. That's out by you, right?
Yeah, so that's where I'm originally from. Like that's where I was born. And then like that's when you go out, they'll like take you on a boat out into the ocean. And I mean,
Yeah.
you can go and see the fishing boats come in every morning and just drop off the buckets of these massive whether it be dogfish or whatever it is.
Yeah. I know you guys got striped bass out there, like big striped bass.
Yeah.
Striper, they call them stripers.
Yeah, they do. Would
Yeah.
you do
Those
it
things.
professionally? Like you said, you tournament. Would you fish like in tournaments?
I've fished a couple tournaments before. I would fish, yo. I would fish professionally for sure. I'd rather do that than music, bro. Hell yeah.
Really?
Fuck yeah, bro. That's the life, bro. That's the life. I see some of these cats like, because I was like the fucking taxi driver, right? So I'll go pick up the guests. These guys will come through with like their $80,000 bass boats and shit. They'd be like, yo, Daniel-san, I just fished I've been on a tournament run. I was like, you guys are living the life, man. I would definitely do that. I would definitely do that. Costs a lot of money though.
What does your future hold? Are you pushing more music, or do you actually do want to start like doing tournaments and fishing professionally?
I mean, yo, I would love to. I don't know. I don't think I could ever get into it like full. If you're a tournament fisherman, you've been doing it like I've been doing music. You know, I've been doing music since I was like 12. You know, so you need like a good 20 years. You know, those tournament fishermen are on a different level, bro.
Yeah.
Understanding, you know? So I'm like part-time with the shit. So
do you think everyone has to pick that one thing? I have a grander point to this, but
I think like you need like a trade, you know? Like I look at the music shit, or I look at the shit that I do as like a trade, like an electrician or something, you know? Something that I've literally been doing since I was 11, 12 years old, recorded my own shit. So like if you're like an electrician that's been doing it for 20 years, you're gonna be like a master electrician type of thing. You're gonna master your trade, or like a fucking black belt. You know what I mean? So you know you got your main thing, and then you got other things that you do that you know you develop the skills at. But I feel like you do need that one main skill, like your main trade, you know, that you can pull up anywhere, and you got your hours. Your hours are put in. You got hours in the bank, you know?
Yeah, well, the reason I say that is I don't know if you probably know people like this that have a lot of ideas and want to do a lot of things, but then they don't focus on that one thing.
Right.
Like, and so they're spread thin. They don't put that and it's not like even for me, it's like I know I'm not the best like podcaster, but I know that I put in work, and I'm gonna be like a work trumps talent in the end. Do you know what I mean? Like I put
agree.
the hours in, and that is, I get what you mean, the trade. But you
Bro,
do what were you saying?
Putting the hours in is a skill in itself, you know?
Yeah.
Like that, having that focus and like that attention to detail, and that just waking up and being motivated to do the same shit over and over, you know, keep sharpening the same blade over and over, you know? That's a skill in itself. A lot of people don't have that ability to maintain, you know, when shit gets tough, motherfuckers will break, you know? Be able to just keep doing it day after day after day. What my man Bruce Lee say, like, I fear the man who's trained one kick 1,000 times, not the man who's trained 1,000 kicks once, you know?
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, and it's you have to. Sorry, I have the loudest neighbors. they like yell. I just heard them yelling down there.
Yo, they were flying because I guess it's Labor Day weekend. They were just flying the fucking fighter jets over the city, bro. So I'm glad that they stopped. I woke up. I thought it was a plane crashing into my building. But they're flying the fucking fighter jets over the city, but they stopped.
Yeah, I have this old couple that live, and then we'll get back into the serious talk. But I have this old couple that lives below me, and they just scream the wildest shit at each other all the time. Like, bro, no lie, like probably a couple days ago, she was like, my last boyfriend hit me, and I loved him way more than you. And these are like 65-year-old people, bro. They're like,
they've been through they need a movie, yo. They need a movie.
I need to get them on the podcast. I'll go.
Yeah, hell yeah. I want to hear that shit.
There.
I want to hear their life story.
All right, but back to the serious talk. Do you think, like, with that thing, the trade, do you think you found music, or do you think music found you?
It found me for sure. And I think that it has to be like that. Like, you have to be, I mean, not that I'm just a regular dude, bro. I'm just a regular dude. But this shit definitely chose me, bro. Just timing, location, my people that I came up with, and just everything that's transpired over my life, over my career. It's always been about timing. That's the thing. Like, with this shit that we do, this lane that we do, I got in at the right time, you know? I've kind of been doing this shit for a little bit now, for a while. I'm seeing a lot of people, and the game is kind of starting to get oversaturated a little bit. And for art, if I were to try and break into this lane now, it would be way harder, especially to make money. You know, I got in at the right time when not everybody was doing this shit, especially with the vinyl and all that. You know, I got in at the right time. So that was all about timing. Now the vinyl game is a little bit oversaturated. Everyone's trying to do vinyl. Everybody's just trying to make money right now. And me, I was just making music no matter what. If I wasn't making no bread, I'd still be making music. Even if nobody listened. I went years making music. Nobody even heard the shit. I would just listen to my shit, you know?
Yeah.
Me and my friends, we would just get together on the weekends and drink and fucking make music, you know? Drink, smoke, make music. So it was all about timing, but yeah, this shit definitely chose me, you know? Definitely chose me.
Isn't that the Bruce Lee quote? Because it's like, you do it not because you want to, you do it because you have to, because you have this like voice in the back of your head, and that's the hours. It's like, shit, I wish I could take a break, but I can't really. Like, it's like I have this driving force behind me that I can't stop.
That's how you know you're going places, bro. That's how you know you're going places. If a lot of people don't have that. So you got it. And you know, yo, you're doing your thing. I've been hearing about the podcast for a minute now, you know? So keep up the good work, bro. You're going places. If you got that voice in the back of your head, that's a special voice. Not a lot of people have that shit.
Do you think everyone has that voice for something specific and they just haven't found it yet? Or do you think some people have it and some people don't?
I mean, some people have it and they just either they don't listen to it, they don't know. Some people don't know how to listen to it, you know? So, and then there's a lot of whatless people. Like there's a lot of people that are moving around with no purpose, you know? So maybe they missed the timing. Maybe they had the voice back in the days that they don't got it no more, you know? Now they got they got a voice telling them to do some bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
So everybody's good at something, whether you know it or not. Some people go their whole life not knowing what they were good at, you know? They're just out here chasing ghosts.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I think everybody who's born with a purpose, but people go their whole lives and never find that shit though.
And so many people do whatever they can not to listen to that voice. Like, that's why I need to get back in the gym. Is I was like getting drunk. I mean, I still smoke heavy. Like I was fucking. I'm a big stoner, but like I was drinking, and then I just would like wake up and not want to do anything in the morning. And then it's like, damn, why am I doing this? It's like taking away from what I actually want to work on. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I actually just quit smoking like a couple months ago. I used to smoke heavy too, but I quit smoking. I just quit smoking trees, started smoking cigarettes like a fucking idiot, bro.
I mean, we'll talk. Why'd you quit smoking weed?
Yo, when I went to the bush with like a QP or like some super fire, right? And I'm like, this shit's gonna last me the whole time in the bush, right?
That's famous last words right there.
You know? And then I get out there and everybody's like, all the guests are like, yo, you know where I can find some weed? And I was like, oh, well, you know, what do you know? Well, I know a little bit. I know a little something about that. So, yo, my shit lasted for like a month. You know, I ended up selling it all. I didn't even fucking smoke it. And so, bro, we're out on the river fishing. I'm in one boat. I'm in my little boat. And my dudes are in their boat. And we're like in a secluded part of the river, bro. Like, that river's mad treacherous. A lot of people smash their boats up. People drown in that river every year. There's mad hazards. There's rocks under the water that you won't see because it's like a foot under the water. And you hit that shit going full speed with your boat, it'll put a hole in your boat. It'll rip the motor off. That river is mad treacherous. It'll go from 50 feet deep to 2 feet deep in like 5 feet. You know what I mean? So you got to know which side of the river to be on, and you have to crisscross sometimes and shit, you know? So like a lot of people, they don't go to the parts of the river that I go to because, like I was saying, I've been going out there for 8 years. And then the 6.5 months I was out there on the lower part of the French, I've really got to study the river, you know? And that in the springtime and like the wet season, the river be up. But like as the months go down, the river comes down, you know? So some places you could go to in the spring, you can't go to in the summer or the fall time because the water's low. And like, yo, you know that, like, yo, the motherfucking water police be chasing motherfuckers, and those water police, they don't know the river like that because they got a mad different rivers they got to be on. So, yo, I heard stories like, yo, water police get behind you, you go through here, you lose them in the cut, you know, stay on the left side. If they're on the middle or the right, they'll beach the boat, you know?
Yeah.
So we're in a secluded part of the river that nobody ever comes down there. I see this boat come flying down, comes beside my friend's boat. I'm like, over there, I don't like fishing beside other people. I like having my space. I just see the man toss 2 garbage bags in the boat and peel off. So I don't say nothing, wait to get back. I was like, yo, bro, what the fuck was that? Yo, my man opens a bag. It's 2 bags full of bushweed, bro. Like fucking sticks and stems and all that shit. He's like, oh,
this 70s weed, yeah.
Yo, straight up garbage weed, bro. You would never want to smoke that shit.
Support for Bucked Up is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Let me say, they sent me the Precision package, and life is so much better with aerodynamic balls. It includes the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant, the Lawnmower 4.0 Trimmer, the Weed Whacker Ear and Nose Hair Trimmer, the Crop Reviver Toner, the Performance Boxer Briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. Join over 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with code BUCKEDUP at manscaped.com. That's right, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with code BUCKEDUP at manscaped.com. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and also has a 4,000 watt LED spotlight that you need for a more precise shave. Because this trimmer is waterproof, you can say goodbye to the mess on your bathroom floor. Get 20% off and free worldwide shipping on manscaped.com when you use code BUCKEDUP. Again, that's 20% off and free worldwide shipping when you use code BUCKEDUP. Let's get back into it.
And he's like, oh, this is my haul from the grow op or whatever. Because, yo, mad people be growing weed out there and shit. And, yo, that's what we were smoking for, like, because I had no more weed left. So my dude Clayton would roll these fucking cannon spliffs, smoking straight bushweed. So then I come back to the city. Now, actually, one of my dudes who would make runs for me up there, he came and brought me some, like, quad shit called broccoli. Bro, I smoked that shit. It gave me like a fucking panic attack, bro.
Because you had been smoking bunk for so long, yeah.
I was smoking garbage, and I finally got some super fire, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Felt like I couldn't breathe and shit. So, yo, that's why I stopped smoking weed, because my tolerance went way down, and then I came back to the city, I started smoking, and it started just making me uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah.
I tried to fight it, too. I'd be like, nah, like, I'm good. You know, keep smoking, and I just be like, nah, this shit's fucking me up. So, yeah, I quit smoking. But me, I've been smoking weed since I was like 18. I got into smoking weed late because I was playing sports and shit.
I got into smoking weed late, but that was because I was a loser.
I mean, yo, everybody's got their reasons, you know? But, so, you know, I like smoking, you know? So I was like, fuck it, bro. I got to smoke something. So started smoking cigarettes because I didn't get high, you know? But now I'm about to quit off the cigarettes too.
Yeah. See, like I just smoke weed, but I'm like, I love smoking. So I'm like 4 years clean of all tobacco. But it's like, damn, I smoke weed like cigarettes. And that's like, damn, I'm buying an exotic or more a week to smoke because I'm smoking them like cigarettes. And
yeah.
All right, maybe I should take a little bit of a break.
I'm actually saving money by smoking cigarettes, bro.
What is weed? Is weed's legal in Canada, but is it good? Like, is it cheap? Is it?
I mean, weed is definitely good, bro. I know you guys out there heard about BC bud and shit like that.
Yeah.
That was always the shit. Like back in the days when we was like doing our little thing, trying to make our little money and shit, cats would always be like, yo, I got BC bud. I got BC. My weed came from BC. So you'd be like, yo, fuck reeing up with that motherfucker. This motherfucker over here say you got BC weed, you know? So that was the shit back in the days. But nah, the weed out here is amazing. I've never been to Cali before. I always heard. I mean,
You've
Cali.
never been to Cali?
Nah, I've never been to Cali yet. I was
That's
supposed to
wild.
go. But pandemic shut that down. I was supposed to go right before the pandemic. I went to Denver though. I went to Denver, bro. Actually, I'm gonna tell you, I had the worst Denver experience ever, bro. I did some fucking mushrooms out there with this girl. I went out there to go work with this producer, and then I had this chick that I've been talking to. So she was like, "Yo, fuck an Airbnb, just stay at my spot." I was like, "All right, cool." Pull up. She's like the Wailers, Bob Marley's band, the Wailers. She's like, they're in town. She's like, "Yo, let's eat these mushrooms and go to the Wailers concert." I was like, "Hell yeah, that's what's up." Back then, I mean, yo, I've done like acid a couple times. I've been eating shrooms. I'm like a shaman, you know. I didn't fear nothing back then, you know, bro. I eat these fucking mushrooms. Right away, I don't feel right. But I'm trying to thug it out, you know. So we get in the Airbnb. She's like, "Oh, it's like a 30-minute car ride." Right when we get in the car, the man pulls like a quick U-turn, like a fast U-turn, like some Tokyo Drift shit, and it fucked my whole shit up. But I'm like there trying to thug it, you know? I'm like, I could feel myself getting sick, bro. Like the shrooms are turning on me, you know?
Yeah.
And I should have just been like, "Yo, fuck it, let's go home." But me, being an idiot, I wait till we get outside the venue. And she looks at me, she's like, "Yo, you don't look so good." I was like, "Nah, we gotta go back." So boom, 30-minute car ride back. I'm fucking dying in the backseat, sweating, pale. Bro, I run inside the crib, start
Wait, so
throwing.
you're feeling sick. You're not like having like a bad mental trip.
No, I'm having like a physically bad trip. Like the mushrooms like poisoned my stomach or some shit, you know?
Shit. Yeah.
Something. Cause she was good. She was having like the time of her life. I felt bad because like I'm like negatively impacting her trip, you know?
Yeah.
Bro, and this is a girl I'm meeting for the first time. We just chopped it up on IG.
Doing mushrooms seems wild. The girl for the first time, bro.
Bro, I get into the crib, I'm throwing up, I'm fucking crazy shroom shitting down the whole fucking bathroom and shit. I'm putting the shower on so that I'm like trying to hide it and shit. Yo, bro, I was in that bathroom for like 2 hours, fucking dying. I was lucky the girl's a nurse. Cause she's like, oh, don't worry, I've seen wild shit before. So yeah, terrible. But yo, the trees out in Denver were fucking crazy. But I feel like it goes like Cali. I mean, anything on the West Coast, you know, because BC is right out there on the West Coast.
Well, see,
you know?
Maine has really good weed.
Why is that? Is there for a particular reason, or it's just
That's where it's all grown. Like I'm pretty sure that was one of the first legal. I mean, not Colorado, but it was one of the first legal states. Like Maine has always had the good weed because it's like in the woods and it just travels down the East Coast.
Okay. That's what's up.
Bro, I could never take mushrooms with a girl on the first date. Yo, weed's too strong now that I don't like. I've smoked with girls, like I've been like, "Yo, let's meet up," and then they've gotten too high off like one puff, and then it's like, damn, like I should have just not smoked with you. Like, don't lie and say you smoke like I do.
Bro, I remember back in like high school, or like when I first started smoking, it'd be the same shit. Girls would come through, smoke, their eyes would get all red. And then you'd be like, "Yo, this girl's smoking, like this girl's hot." And then her eyes would get all red, and then you're high, and you're like, "Yo, this girl isn't that hot no more," you know? Yeah, I've been there before too.
You ever see any of that crazy shit on the river other than the bags getting thrown out? Like, you ever see any like wild shit happen?
Nah, I heard some crazy stories though, but I mean, I see
you see
some
any
crazy
bears or
shit.
You see like
me and Future Wave one time. I do Future Wave, biggest producer in the game right now.
Yeah, shout out Future Wave.
Shout out my bro Future Wave.
That
it was
project
just his birthday.
you just put out was great with 36.
Oh man, hell yeah! Shout out my dude 36. The tape they did before that, Hell Sweet Home. That's one of my favorites. I mean, Future Wave got tape coming out with Boldy James. He got tape coming out with Ito. You got a lot of shit. He did shit with Riggs, Aldovino, all the homies.
Shout out Boldy, but shout out Ito. Ito's such a good dude. I love Ito, man.
Me and Ito got a project we're working on right now.
Shout out Rock City Mark.
Ito's just my favorite rapper, period.
Yeah.
He's the first person to, back in the SoundCloud days, in like 2014, 2015, Ito reached out to me and we started working. So Ito was like one of the dudes that I could really say like helped push my career. in the right direction. You know, I got nothing but love and respect for Ito, man. We got some shit we're working on.
And what they're doing at Front Row Regal, him and Rock City Mark, like, shout out them.
Yeah. Shout out Rock City Mark. He's involved in the project we're doing, and yeah, shout out Rock City Mark, man.
Yeah, he was one of the first people to like believe in the podcast and help me make it like a reality. So shout out him.
That's what's up, man. Good dude. A lot of those Rochester dudes, good dude, man. Rochester, a rough city, but a lot of good people out there, you know?
I just met the Cloth for the first time. And
those guys are my favorite. Those guys are
amazing, bro. I just got to host Supply and Demand, and they performed, and it was crazy. Like,
all those guys, man. Riggs, Mooch, Rob Gates, Mav. I mean, yo, Ito's my favorite rapper. Rob Gates is my second favorite rapper, bro. All I've been listening to lately is Rob Gates. I mean, yo, I got mad Rochester stories too. I got attacked by a pit bull out in Rochester on Labor Day week, probably like 3 years ago to the date. It was after when I did Supply and Demand, the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Brooklyn Bazaar. We was coming back to Toronto and we stopped in Rochester because Rochester's only like 3.5 hours from here. And we shot a video called More Grabber, me, Riggs, and Rob Gates. And it was Labor Day, bro. There was like 60 dudes on the block. I'm like the only white dude out there. And my dude Mercenary, video man, there was like these pit bulls. We're like in front of like some trap house. And the pit bulls were tied to the tree, guarding it. And Mercenary's like, yo, squat in front of the pit bull. He's like, yo, find out how far the leash could go. And then give yourself some room, but like squat down in front of the pit bull. And we'll do it in slow-mo and it'll look crazy. And bro, I squat down. Next thing I know, I look, the pit bull's right beside me, off the leash broke. And bro, the fucking pit bull tried to bite me in my face. I had to matrix that shit. I was hitting it with like Barry Sanders shakes. I actually did some damage to the pit bull. I got lucky, bro. I don't know how I didn't get
You were
bit.
swinging on it? You were fucking...
Yo, it would jump up at me and I'd get out the way and I'd get under the pit bull and throw it, launch it into the air. Like 2-3 times, I swear to God. Yo, you swear to God. True story.
Today's episode is sponsored by Om with Emily. Emily is a meditation and yoga teacher as well as an astrology and tarot reader. She uses yoga and spirituality to help others reconnect with their true self. She offers in-person and virtual one-on-one sessions for all experience levels. Find her online at omwithemily.com. That's OM-WITH-EMILY.com or on IG at om.with.emily. DM her on IG and mention Bucked Up and she'll send you a free guided meditation. That's right, mention Bucked Up and she'll send you a free guided meditation. You can find her on IG at om.with.emily. Let's get back into it.
And a couple times, and then the owner came out and got the pit bull under discipline. And yo, right before that, one of the homies, he had like big fucking 357. He's like, yo, Danielson, any of these dogs got off the leash, I'm shooting them. And like 5 minutes later, the fucking dog is attacking me. So I'm thinking like, yo, this motherfucker's gonna shoot them. I'm gonna get shot trying to deal with the dog. And yo, bro, shout out to Rochester, bro. So then the one homie comes up. He's like, yo, Danielson, I like the way you handle yourself. He's like, yo, you got your East Side learner's permit today. I was like, all right, no doubt. And so then, yo, we keep shooting the video. It's just me, Rob Gates. Rob Gates had the last verse, so it started to get dark. And we finished the video, and Rob Gates is like, all right, yo, I'm out of here. Peace. Bro, I turn around, and the man was gone already, like Batman. The man just disappeared, bro.
A smoke bomb got dropped.
Yo, he was just like, yo, I hailed him up. Held the next man up, I'd go back and be like, yo, Rob Gates, and then he's gone. I was like, oh shit. And it's just me, my dude Mercenary, and my dude Swerve. And like I'm a white dude, Mercenary's a Spanish dude. We're the only non-melanated cats on the block. And yo, there's like 60 dudes on the block. We got like fucking $10,000 of fucking video equipment and shit. I was like, yo, guys, it's time to go, bro. Like, it's time to go, bro. So
like, bro, I've countless. You've talked to me long enough that you understand what it's like when I'm in those situations. It's
hell
like,
yeah,
the funniest shit.
Yeah, I've been in those situations all my life. So it's like, you know, but you never it's never a comfortable feel. You're comfy, but you're not comfy, you know?
No.
There's always an element of danger.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, I'm a comedian, so I'm also like always worried I'm gonna say the wrong thing and piss some people off because I just like joke. But I'm big. I'm 6'4", like 260, so I'm a big dude.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like 5'8", like 175, you know?
All
I
right.
ain't nothing to fear out here, you know? So,
Wait, so what happened with you and Future Wave out on the water?
oh, we was coming back from I got like a spot out there where I have a project called The Bush Doctor, and the cover is me on this rock. It's like my rock, bro. Call it Sonzarelli Rock. And
Yeah, that looked like a photo from like the 1800s. I love that cover.
looks sick, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And so we're coming back from there, and I see this log, big ass log. We get closer, and I like see like paddles at the end of the log. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? That ain't no fucking log. Big ass fucking bear swimming across the river right in front of us, bro. I told Future Wave, I was like, yo, we could live 100 more years. We'll never see no shit like that again, bro. Bear swam across the river. I mean, mad fucking bald eagles. I had a pet fox for like 5 months. I would feed
Really? You got a pet? How did you get a pet fox?
Yo, there was a fox out there that I earned the fox's trust. I would feed it. I would go fishing, and I'd come back and feed it the fish. And the
Would it
fox
like
had
come
pup.
up to you? Would it like?
At first, like, well, first the big homie Keith had it. Like, he would like feed it like hot dogs and shit, you know. But I started pulling up with the premium fish, and she had
That
pups.
sushi grade, yeah.
Real sushi, bro. So I earned her trust, you know, and then she would follow me around. Eventually, she would just follow me around everywhere, you know. And yeah, bro, that was my dog, and she ended up dying. The pups weren't trusting. The pups didn't trust nothing, you know. She would pull up, and you'd see the pups out in the distance. You give her the fish, she would go take it to the pups, come back, you know. So she ended up dying. I don't know what happened. A lot of things out there could kill a fox, you know. Yeah. So she ended up dying. I never seen her again. And then every year, like I talk to those guys all the time. I'd be like, yo, the fox is back. And they're like, nah. They're like, yo, the fox. It's like, once you left, the foxes were gone, you know? So I brought the foxes too.
That's crazy. Like, that blows my mind. You don't, like, you think of pets as like a whole different, like, they're not like a wild animal. Like, you don't think of them like animals, but you really just like found a pet and made it your, like.
That shit found me too. It's like the rap, you know, that shit found me.
Yeah.
You know? So you couldn't like.
What was her name? Did you name her?
My boss had already named her Lucy. Her name was Lucy. Yo, you would just call, I would wake up in the morning and she would be outside my apartment, just sleeping outside the apartment, waiting. I would fucking walk everywhere, up and down. It was a big 16-acre island that we lived on. And she would follow me everywhere, bro. Follow me everywhere. That was like my road dog. And yo, one of the coolest experiences of my life, bro. Coolest experiences of my life. I never tried to pet her or nothing, you know. I respected her space. Because, yo, them things got big ass teeth. And like in the summertime when the fishing gets tough, sometimes like I'd go fishing, I wouldn't catch no fish. I'd come back and we would just give her like chicken and like chicken bones and shit. And yo, the way that they would crunch through the chicken bones, like that shit will take your finger right off, bro. Turn your finger to like mashed potatoes, you know? So I respected her space. I didn't try and pet her or nothing like that. But hell yeah, bro. It goes down out there though.
That's the thing about the nature. When you're in nature, like you realize you're not in charge. Like the universe is in charge.
Facts, bro. I almost drowned out there. I tried to go swimming. I'm not the best swimmer, but I'm like, yo, I'm gonna test myself. So there's like an island. We're on one island. There's another island, maybe like 100 yards, maybe like a football field away. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna swim over to that island. Bro, I got halfway, started gassing out. And I was like, bro, I'm not in control right now. So I had to like go on my back, start floating and shit, get my wind back, swim a little bit, float, breathe. I got to the island finally, like dead tired, bro. I had to whistle for my guy, bring the boat, come pick me up. But yeah, out there is no fucking joke, bro. You got to respect it out there. You got to respect your surroundings, and otherwise you'll find yourself in bad trouble.
As the world gets more like technologically advanced, we forget. I think that's why we forget that energy is a real thing, or like the energy of the universe or the energy of the outdoors. And we think we're in control because we create like laptops and computers and medicine.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like an iPhone isn't going to help you out there. Like,
Oh no,
it's
you
like
can't
we
even get
created a bubble that we live in, and then we're not safe outside of that.
you can't even get service out there, bro. We had to do a couple rescue missions. We had to do a couple rescue missions, and I guess these people had like found a location, found service, and they pinged us the location. But then I guess the boat kept drifting. So we went to the location we got pinged at, and searching all around the islands and shit, don't find nobody. My guy Keith is like, yo, these guys are goners, bro. And then we ended up fucking going down a little bit, like another 10 minutes, and we found them over there. But we were like, yo, that just shows you might have service for a split second out there. And then you give the location, and then your boat keeps, So, yeah, you don't even get service out there. Technology is, I mean, if you have like a satellite GPS, you're all right. Because like the boats and shit, you'll have like GPS on like the Garmin's and shit.
Yeah.
That shit'll help you out. Technology can help you out there, but it also becomes obsolete in certain situations.
Would you ever go camping like by yourself for like a week, like up at like solo?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, for sure. I'm good out there, bro. I'm not good, but I'm good, You're never fully good, but especially in that area, I know that area like back of my head now,
Are you good with your thoughts? Like, are you good solo? Like, are you good like
being out there for like the 6 months I did, 6.5? I got good being by myself, I was like in isolation, like those, because the guys I was with were like 50 years old, and they would be doing their own thing. They'd be getting drunk like middle of the day and shit. And I'd be like, yo, I'm going fishing, bro. I don't want to drink because I want to go fishing after work and shit. So yeah, I spent a lot of time by myself out there, bro. And that shit make you mentally tough.
Yeah, I spent a year of my life studying meditation because I was so like bad with my thoughts. And even now I try to do it because like people don't realize, spend like a day like by yourself. Most people can't do that. Like most people, I don't know, like we have headphone, like music's great, but music also can take you away from like your thoughts if you're always listening to music, not just like sitting being.
Sitting in the middle of nowhere, bro. Where you're literally like, if something bad goes down, there's nobody coming to help you,
Yeah.
And all you're just hearing is like the wind and the trees and the water moving, and you're hearing the birds and shit. That shit's the most peaceful shit ever, bro. That's peaceful, bro. If you can be at peace by yourself, that's like something that you have to work. It won't just happen. You got to work on that shit, And then you're really truly in the moment, You're not thinking about stresses of life. You're just there, like soaking it in, just like, yo, this is beautiful out here.
Did you miss music when you were out there?
I mean, I would listen to like, when I was out there, I got on Johnny Cash. They put me on Johnny Cash and like shit like that, Neil Young and classic rock and shit like that. I always liked that. I always liked like psychedelic rock and shit like that. But like I found a new appreciation. Like I associate that type of music with being out in the bush. So when I hear that shit, it brings back good memories,
Yeah. But I mean, did you miss creating?
Oh, did I miss? No, not at all. No. Because like I said, I was burnt out.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is exactly what I needed. I was out there working out every day, eating good. I put on like 20 pounds when I was out there, because we had like a huge industrial kitchen with mad like restaurant fridges and shit. So like when we would be smoking our bush weed at like 1 a.m, me and my dude would be like, yo, let's go raid the fridge. We go make like sandwiches and shit. Yeah, bro. So
was it a shock coming back, like a culture shock?
Nah, maybe a little bit, because then because it's a culture shock out there. Those people are a different type of people than city folk. They think that city folk are soft. You know, they'd be like, yo, Daniel, son, you're soft. You're from the city. You know, so it was kind of just like getting used to being around large groups of people again. You know, at first I was a little bit uncomfortable because I had some shit go down before I left, and it kind of made me uncomfortable being around large groups of people, especially people that I don't know. And
I don't mean to pry, but I listened to the shout out Mike Power. Are you talking about the club thing?
yeah, I don't even like talking about that shit no more. That shit,
No, I understand. Yeah,
that
no, I
shit.
will.
Mike Powers got me in trouble with the way that he fucking made that the headline. We talked about it for like 5 minutes, and he made that shit the whole headline. People didn't like that shit.
No, but I can understand why that would fuck with your head and crowds and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it made me a little bit paranoid and shit. And even now, like I don't. I used to be a guy that would stay out late. I would stay late at places. Like my people would leave, and I would stay. You know.
Yeah.
So I switched up my whole movements, you know, because of that other shit too. But yeah, I don't really like being in large groups of people no more. I like being to myself. Being in the bush made me just be like, yo, you don't need all the luxuries that we think we need. You know, if you see where I was living, bro, my room, I could like do like a backflip and hit one side of the room to the next. You know, like it was small, bro. The bathroom was small.
Can you do a backflip?
Yeah, I could bust a clean ass backflip.
You said that like it was something. I was like, damn, I can't. They used to call me credit card.
if you ever get Aldovino on the podcast, ask him about my backflips, bro. I'm Daniel Son. I'm at Daniel Son for real, bro. I can hold it down, man.
But you were living in like, yeah,
small, very small, like very zero luxury. Like, yo, the my bed was like on an angle. I had to put every couple of weeks, I'd have to put another block of wood under my bed to try and level it. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what it was. I think they were saying like the heat would make like the lumber expand and shit. And so my bed was never ever level. You know, shit like that, bro. Like the washroom, you'd get like 30 seconds of hot water. You know, and my one guy, Clayton, would always get to the shower first and take like a 15-minute shower, and there would be no hot water for the rest of the day.
Shivering.
So, bro, I just started saying, fuck it, bro. I would just go jump in the river first and just get freezing cold and then go into the shower. You know? So, because then the shower water felt like hot water, you know?
Yeah.
You're already freezing cold.
You think they are tougher out there than in the city?
In different ways. Because they'd be like, yo, Daniel, so you're soft, you're from the city. I'll be like, yo, I'll take you to the city, bro. Put you in some situations where you're going to wish you were back in the bush, bro.
Yeah.
So it's two different worlds. Can't even be compared, you know? Can't even be compared. It's two different worlds, which is why I feel blessed, you know? Because it added a level of versatility to my life. You know, it made me versatile.
That's beautiful that you can be in both and that you feel yourself in both.
I feel like I could thrive in both, you know? I was thriving out there. I'm out here doing my thing. But really, what it really taught me was like, yo, we don't need the luxuries that we thought we had. Like, we don't need the luxuries that we think we need. You know, like, so many situations, Cass will be like, oh, I'll go to somebody's crib and they'll be like, oh, yo, sorry, the fucking toilet doesn't work or some shit. I'll be like, yo, fam, I'm from the bush, bro. You think I give a fuck about that shit, bro? Like, so many situations. They'll be like, oh, yo, sorry, the hot water doesn't work. Like, you don't know about me, fam. I'm from the bush, bro.
But I also think people are scared to make themselves uncomfortable, not even just that, but putting themselves in situations that they've never been in before, no matter what it is.
Yeah, that's natural. Yo, I swear to God, I was nervous going up there. I was nervous, bro. Took me a little bit to get used to it, you know, because I'm dealing with two wild hooligans, you know, raging alcoholics, you know, so.
But wouldn't you think from an outsider, people would think you're dealing with like wild people are like.
Yo, a lot of people. So the 3 years before that, everybody that went up, like I went up to be the rookie, quit halfway through or didn't even get to halfway. And there was days I wanted to quit, bro. There was days I wanted to go home. So I mean, yo, there was a lot of fights. I got into more fights out there than I got into like 5 years in the city, you know? So it was a lot of situations that made me say, fuck this shit. I want to go home. But my dad is like a legend out there. And I always came back to them being like, yo, your son is soft. He quit, you know? So I never wanted to bring like shame on the family name, you know?
Yeah.
So I stuck it out, and every time you want to quit but you don't, that shit levels your mind up one level up, you know? When you
Yeah.
really feel like quitting, you know? And then you find that you have 1,000 reasons why you want to quit. And people will be like, oh shit, bro, like, yo, you're right. You're right for leaving. You have legit reasons why you want to leave. When you find out one reason to stay, that shit'll put another layer of armor on your mind, you know?
Because to simplify it down to the easiest like crumb of knowledge that you can, it's you either do or you don't. Are you the person who makes it through, or are you the person who doesn't? And that's life. Like, are you going to be the person who follows your shit, or are you going to be the person who, when you're like 80, is like, damn, I wish I lived differently?
Bro, couldn't have said it better myself, man. That's big facts, bro.
Did you push
really
away what were you saying?
There's like you said, it just boils down to two different people. You either do or you don't, you know?
Yeah.
We're the ones that do, you know? Try to be the ones that do. Because you can learn from quitting. I mean, they'll tell you, like, if you quit once, you're always a quitter. I don't believe that, because you'll learn the feeling of quit, you know? And then you'll be like, yo, I never want to feel this feeling ever again. I'm never going to quit ever again, you know? Yeah, bro.
And that's why when you take those breaks of not doing anything, you have that thing in your mind that's like, nope, I still have to get back on it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to know failure to know success. Like,
yes, sir.
Did you push away the bush lifestyle like when you were younger? Because you said you didn't go out there until like 8 years ago. Were you like not wanting to before that?
When I was young, because like my dad and his family are from like out in the bush, but like in like Manitoba and Saskatchewan and shit, like in the prairies. You know, my dad's like a farmer, grew up on a farm and shit. So I used to go out there for like family reunions and shit. I wasn't really that close with his side of the family because they lived so far away. But like I would go out fishing and shit when I was little. I have like pictures of me with fish and shit when I was little. But then as I got older and got like more into music and just like kicking it with the homies outside and shit, the first time that we went out there, I hated it, bro. When I was like 25, 24, 25, whatever, I had just came off a tour. And I was ready to quit rap. I quit music like 3 or 4 times in my life. But I was ready to quit rap. And then I went out there, fucking hated it. And then was like, it took me a weekend to like quit rap and then start rap all over again. So I was like, yo, fuck this. What else am I gonna do? You know? I can't be out here like fucking living like no bushman and shit. So then it wasn't until the next year that I came back. Same situation. I just came off a tour. And I had great time on the tour. I was loving it. Went out fishing, caught my first big fish. And then that shit made me want to quit rap. I did quit rap after that. I like grew like a beard and shit. All my friends thought I was going crazy and shit. They're like, yo, because I always had the recording equipment at my spot. So everybody would come to my spot and I would record them and shit. And I just like wouldn't answer my phone no more, you know? I would be out fishing. You know, so Cass was like, yo, Danielson went crazy. All this guy does is go fishing now. He doesn't rap no more. So the first time I didn't like it. And then it wasn't until I caught like my first big fish and I was like, oh, how do I do this again? You know, because that's such a fleeting moment. It's such a fleeting moment, you know? It's like, yo, it's the most fleeting moment ever, bro. You're in the moment until you're not in the moment no more. You're not in control. You might have a big fish and the fish gets off the line. And then you're like, fuck, like, I hope I come across another big fish. There's no guarantees though, you know? So I went on super nerd shit, bro. I started studying fish behavior and shit, environment, different types of vegetation and shit.
But you didn't think you were going to be able to do both, the music and the bush lifestyle.
Nah, I didn't. Not until I went out there for like the 6 in 2020. And then I was like, yo, this is the life for me, you know? Especially as I started to get older, because like I'm gonna be 33 and I don't want to be like one of these like 40-year-old dudes still rapping, you know? Not that I mean, yo, shout out to all the dudes that's 40, whatever, rapping and shit. That's just not for me, you know? Especially the shit that I be my
Why?
subject matter, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you wanna be done with music in 7 years?
Oh, before that, within the next couple years, I'm gonna fully transition out of it and like transition into like just being off the grid, just being out of
Why?
here. Just because I mean, I feel like I would always like tour and shit like that, do shows and shit. I feel like the shit that I mean, some of my earliest shit, like Remo Gaji, one of like my first tapes. Every time I go to shows, people are always telling me, "Yo, I want to hear more shit from Remo." And so I feel like that shit will, for my little fan base that I have and shit, that shit won't die, you know. So I could be like 40, whatever, like fucking Rolling Stones, you know, out there doing my little shit in like a little 200-person venue and shit, rocking out. And I would always do that because I have fun doing that. But I wouldn't want to actively be making like new music. You know what I mean? Because it's like go to fucking fighter jets. Just the shit that we be talking about, man. The shit that we be talking about isn't good, you know? Talking about like bad shit that we went through and shit like that, you know? So I don't want to be living like I'm not living like that. I'm transitioning out of living like that.
I mean, and you don't think you would want to rap about your new life?
Nah. I mean, sometimes I'll be throwing in some bars and shit like that, you know? I'll be throwing it in there a little bit, but like I couldn't make like if I'm out there living full time, I wouldn't be wanting to make music, bro. I'd be like out there living the life, you know? I
Yeah.
would bring my shit with me because my studio is portable, you know? That's like the lovely thing of technology these days, you know? Motherfucker have like a $15,000, $20,000 setup and it's portable, you know? Just bring it anywhere, you know? So
Yeah, that
you hear
does
that?
sound like a bomb. It sounds like you're in Ukraine right now.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm about to shut the door. That shit woke me up, bro. I thought a plane was crashing
Yeah,
into my
dude, I
building.
think there would be like a bomb alarm going off. That shit was wild.
Yo, they started running that shit at like 9 in the morning, bro. I woke up like, yo, what the fuck? I thought a
Oh,
plane was
hell
crashing into
no.
my building.
Yeah, hell no.
These
But I
motherfuckers
guess
took like what time is it? They took like their lunch break and now they're back at it, man.
so. I guess that makes sense. You're 20 years in music right now, and you feel like you were talking about like being an electrician. If you're 20 years an electrician, you've mastered it. You're ready for your next step. You're ready to master the next chapter of your life. And I do get that.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I still got some years left because I still got a lot of work to do, you know?
Yeah.
Still got a lot of work to do. Like a lot of the artists that I worked with early, like I was blessed. Like I said, like this I didn't choose this shit chose me. Like I got to work with a lot of these artists when we weren't on shit. You know? Like I got to see a lot. I got to see these cats really from their beginning to where they're at now. A lot of these cats have blown the fuck up, like Rome Streets. And I mean, yo, Rome was always on shit, but when we first linked years and years and years and years ago, I got to see him from then to like being like the biggest artist in the game, you know?
Yeah. And still be such a good dude. Like
The best.
like
The
the
best.
kind of yeah.
The best, bro. And him and Future Wave are really tight, you know, because yo, rappers will have rappers will have like a level where they're on, but I feel like producers and rap, because I mean, yo, at the end of the day, we're still like competing against each other, you know, even though that's my dude and I don't ever feel in competition with anybody, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. There's like that little bit of static there where it's like, yo, we still out here doing our thing, you know, and
But
we're
it can
trying to
be
be the
sparring instead of a fight. It's like we're doing it to make each other better because you have to look at other people to compare yourself.
yeah, hell yeah,
level up.
You'll hear some shit. I'll hear some Rome Street shit, like because him and Future Wave are working on some new shit. I'll hear it and I'll be like, that'll be the shit that'll make me want to get back in the lab, you know?
Yeah.
Or like the tape that Future Wave did with Mooch, Boss Socks. That I remember that tape being mad at Future Wave, like, yo, bro, I need beats like this. You know, so it's like inspiration, you know? It's inspiration. Because a lot of the cats I fuck with are dope as fuck. They're like my favorite rappers.
That's a beautiful way to put it. I like that. Because when I see someone do what I do better, I don't get mad. I get inspired. Like, I don't get mad that I'm not. I mean, I might get mad that I'm not as good as he is in that moment, but it's like, I just want to do better. It's not going to make me go the other way.
It gives you like, there's levels to the shit, you know? So it's like, if you didn't see the other levels, you wouldn't know how to level up.
Exactly.
You know? It lets you know that there's room for growth, you know?
Yeah. Because Rome,
I mean, yo, Rome, it's game over for Rome. Rome is final boss now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of people won't ever reach that level, you know? And yo,
but he doesn't even see it like that. Or like, if
he looks at it like, yo, there's more levels for him to go.
I was talking to Benny, and Benny tries to, like, I want to put this properly. Like, Benny still looks at it like he's at the bottom and there's people at the top. And that's like, I think that's what we were talking about before. You either have that or you don't.
Exactly. Like, you can't get comfy for too long, you know? So yeah, bro. Every time, I mean, it's real shit. Every time you reach a new level, you become the rookie again, almost. You know, because you get to that new level, and then you get to that level, and you just look up, and it's a never-ending game. It's a never-ending journey. You know,
and even the people at the top aren't happy because they want to top themselves. Like, pause on that, but
yo, in Toronto we say bun that. Bun it up, yo. Bun it up. But nah, it's real facts though. It's real facts. And I was fortunate to work with a lot of these cats and then see kind of their journey, you know?
But see, you're very humble because you don't know the amount of people who, you probably do, but who just love your shit or who hit me up like wanting me to talk. Like, I love your shit, but like the amount of people who are really support you and what you do.
It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, bro. I never take that shit for granted, you know? Especially like coming from Canada, from Toronto. I feel like we kind of got to work like twice as hard, you know? So it is what it is, though. It is, like me, I know myself. I know that there's a lot of work to be done, and in these next couple years, I want to get that work done, you know? COVID kind of gave me a couple more years, you know, an excuse for a couple more years because it kind of slowed, especially traveling. Like, I've never been to Europe yet, you know, so I want to get out there.
You've never been to Europe?
No, I'm going. I got a show there January 20th, though, in Lyon, France.
Congrats, man. That's dope as hell.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Actually, I did this one tape called Season 7 with these producers and DJs out there, Low Cut and DJ Duke. And he passed away during, I'm not sure what the cause was, but he passed away during the pandemic. God bless the dead. And so I'm going out there to do like a tribute. I'm part of the tribute show for him. Because I'm like his last project.
Oh,
before
wow.
He passed, you know? So I'm going out there to do the tribute show. And then I'm going to put a couple shows around that, you know, try to get to Germany. And
there's so many great artists in that. Like, I love Sonny Jim, or even just DJs. Like, shout out Matt Vinyl Hunter.
Hell yeah. Shout out Vinyl Hunter. He's the man, bro.
He is the man.
I told him we did, not to put our business out there, but we did some cassettes. And he wanted to send me some bread. And I was like, no, don't send me no bread. Keep the bread. But I just need you to DJ my sets when I'm out there. You know, so when I get out there, I want Vinyl Hunter to be, you know, to be the DJ.
Oh, that would be amazing. There needs to be video of that. Damn.
Hell yeah. I want to go like to the spot where he's always doing the lives and shit.
Yeah.
Because he's sick with it, bro. And yo, honestly,
yeah.
One of my, I don't like talking about my future plans and shit because people be biting my ideas all the time. But yo, I'm a sick DJ too. I'm gonna stop rapping and start DJing. Cause yo, the first time I did that shit, I did I did a show in New York. I rented out the basement in Delancey, the downstairs, and I just promoted it as a pop-up shop. I didn't promote that I was performing, but I had Al Divino and SD Nack performing. And it was just a pop-up for me to just sell some merch and shit, vinyl and shit. And everyone's like, yo, you're going to perform? You're going to perform? I was like, yeah, you know, maybe, whatever. And yo, I ended up DJing their set off a laptop. And yo, I had so much fun doing that shit. And I was like, yo, this is way easier than rapping, you know?
Yeah.
Way easier and way more fun, you know? Because leading up to shows is kind of stressful. That's how I knew, that's how I knew Rome was a different animal. There was one time he was supposed to do some, we were outside of SOBs, and there was like 500 people outside waiting to get in. And I pull up, I see Rome, and I was like, yo, damn, bro, there's a lot of people here, bro. You nervous? And he's like, nah, bro, I'm about to kill that shit. And I was like, I was nervous for him, you know?
Yeah.
And I had a show the next day at Delancey where there was going to be like 70 people. And I was already nervous about that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this cat's different, bro. Like, I get nervous before shows.
He really is to be able to. I was able to go on at least the East Coast dates with Griselda, like travel with them, do the dates, and to see Rome and people like rap his lyrics at those shows, like the road, like
when he does the 96 naughty windbreak and shit, yo,
yeah,
the people go crazy.
Yeah,
I love to
you
see
ever do
that
Boston? Shit. You ever do any Boston shows?
Yo, the pandemic, 3 days before I was supposed to fly to Boston, I think Massachusetts was like the first person to like declare state of emergency.
Yeah,
like
they
the first
shut down
state.
quick. Yeah.
So 3 days before my flight, we got canceled. So I was supposed to do Boston. Me, Riggs, RLX. Yo, so many dope rappers from Massachusetts.
Shout out RLX. Dope as hell. Amazing.
Hell yeah. RLX, Primo Profit. I mean, of course, SD Nack. SD Nack to this day is like the illest rapper on stage that I've ever seen. Him, Rome, Ito. There's a lot. Crime is super nice on stage. A lot of cats that like either I would open up for or like I would be headlining. And either before or after. Like a lot of times I would go on right before Crime, right? So I would get off stage and I would just jump off the stage and then turn around and I'd be in the front row. And I just, you know, then I'd be like a fan, you know?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yo, these motherfuckers are killing this shit. You know? But Knack is another special artist, special dude, man. Cool.
Yeah, I was very lucky to be able to go out to Lynn and interview him like in his home city. That was
shout out to Lynn. What's my man name? Hidden Character?
Yeah, Hidden Character, yeah.
Fucking dope, bro. Oh, yo.
And you know Kip, the artist, Kip DeFog?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I was just with him last night. He actually just gifted me a painting. He's done his Conway painting right up top right there.
Oh, hell yeah.
But
he's super dope. He's
amazing,
super dope.
Yeah.
What's my other guy's name? I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. But yo, all the Tragic Allies. Shout out to Tragic Allies. All those cats. A lot of
Grubby Paws, amazing producer.
Yup. Actually, I think I linked with Grubby out here. Maybe it was somebody else. At a Buck Wild joint. I got some shit with Buck in the stash.
Oh, I hate to announce people coming on before they are, but Buck Wild's coming on soon.
Shout out to Buck, man. Buck is a homie. First time, I think it was the first time he ever been to Canada. He came out here. He had like a Q&A, him and Lord Finesse. So I pulled up for that. And then we went to the studio the next 2 days in a row. And shout out to Buck, man. Good dude. Real legend. Man. The stories that he told us in the studio were crazy. Buck is the real deal.
The stories I can't wait to hear your book when you're older about living your life, bro.
I am gonna write a book, bro. It's gonna be like 2 chapters, like music stories and then the Bush stories, you know? Yeah. That's some crazy stories, bro.
And that's really great. I mean, I'm so happy that like it's so cool to hear that you were able to mesh the two. And like
it's like I said, it added a layer of versatility to my life, you know?
And it probably made you such a bigger, more evolved person.
Yeah, it kind of makes you a different. It makes you like a different kind of man, you know.
Yeah.
Like
A real
I
man.
really
Yeah, a real man. You know how to handle both situations.
made me more of a man, you know. Made me more
Yeah.
of a man. So I'm very grateful for my opportunities out there, bro. That should change my life. The easiest way I could put it is that should change my life. You know, change the trajectory of my life, and it gave me hope for the future. You know, because there's a lot of times where I'm like, yo, like knowing that I don't want to be rapping forever. And I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
So I know what I'm gonna do now.
Man, thank you so much for coming on. This was a inspirational ass conversation.
Hell yeah, bro. How long we been running for already?
We did like an hour 15, hour 20 already.
No doubt. That shit went by in a flash, bro.
Yeah, in a flash, man. This was dope. And I hope we can meet each other in person. I want to see you perform sometime.
Mandatory, bro. Mandatory. I'm working on some.
I'm always out in Rochester. If you're ever out in Rochester, hopefully we can meet out there.
Yeah. They the spot I used to go do shows out there, the Buddha Pub, that shit shut down.
Yeah.
Buddha Pub was the most.
But you haven't
venue.
been to Exotic Roots yet.
No. I'm gonna go out there soon and link with Ito because we're working on a project and go link with Rock City Mark and
Oh, let me know when you're out there. And I'm supposed to link up with Rock City Mark. I was supposed to go out last week, but
hell yeah, bro. No, I'll let you know. We'll all go out there and link and yeah, it'll be a good time, man.
Man, but thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate your time.
Hey, bro, keep up the great work, man. You do this shit effortlessly, you know? You got a gift with this shit, so keep up the good work. I appreciate you having me on. And yeah, man, keep doing big things, bro. Send me all the promotional work, whatever I can do to promote it. You know, send me all of that.
I will. It'll probably be a week or two to edit and put together. But man, thank you so much for your time.
My bro, enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one.
All right, peace, bro.
Peace.
Yeah. Hey.